morning.
Happy Friday. Make sure my slideshow can work. I'll do it this way. Let's see, Nick, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes. Ready? Begin.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank
It's a habit,
you.
okay?
That's a good habit. Okay, visiting Rotarians and guests, welcome. Let's see, I'll start on this side for a change. Judy will get her turn, but she's not visiting.
Marty Lane, Southwest Eureka.
Thank you, Marty.
I have a guest, Carissa Alloway. And,
Welcome,
she's
Carissa.
interested in checking out the book.
Great. All right.
I'm Isabella. I'm the next outbound candidate for Afghanistan Sunrise, and I'll be going to Denmark.
Are you, or you're in or out? Okay, then introduce yourself. Oh, sorry.
Former member, Chuck Giannetti. Nice seeing everybody.
Past president as well.
Past president, yes.
Yes, yes.
Best job in the house.
Yes, welcome. Oh, yeah. We're circling around, yes?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm the Vice President and incoming President of Rotary. And I actually came to make a quick announcement. I wanted to invite you guys to our debunking. It's going to be on June 23rd at the Locator Playhouse at 6 p.m. And it's going to be a fiesta theme, so I want you guys to all come support us.
Cool, all right.
June 23rd. What
June
time is it
23rd.
again?
6:30?
6 p.m. on June 23rd. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you got that? All right, and also Sophie was at district conference. So what'd you think?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And fun.
Good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, Judy, you ready to fill us in? And I've got several slides for you. I'll move through for you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So this week, I took off like Tuesday, and I went to Patty's work to have fun with some little kids, and then we spend time together, and then tell them where is Taiwan and what is Taiwan, and then talk to them, say Los Angeles is real. And some kids ask me, say, well, where is Los Angeles? I don't know, it's a random question. I was like, well, it's in the United States. And then they'll say, is that real? And I was like, oh yeah, it's real, it's pretty big. And yeah, they're really cute. I love kids, so yeah. And last weekend we went to district conference. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We wave together, wave flags together, and then sing a song, and then we cry together. We do some fire together. Not fire. It's like I forget the name of that. But it's really cold, but it's really pretty because it's in Tahoe. And then yeah, well, it was just so fun, and then I love it. Oh yeah, and then that pictures is like I think it's a wedding place, and then the random guy, he just want to sit over there, and then in the B, the alphabet B over there. He just sitting there for the whole time. It was little, cause the couple just took the pictures, and then he just sit over there. He's just okay, I just want to be right there. Yeah, and then we just lay down in the grass, and then be some fun, have some fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Judy. And one other thing that was pretty exciting at the district conference was that Lori got Rotarian of the Year. She's probably still out working on her a Rotary function right now somewhere, but it was really quite an honor to have one of our own, Lori, who does such a huge amount of work for the district, and get recognized for that. So it was amazing. And then just as a reminder, that Dustin will be having his Fireside Week, and that's next week. And so hopefully all of you who are going are signed up. There is some room still. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. So sign up. Yep. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Tuesday
You got a
night
new spot.
Tuesday night's full of barbers, but Wednesday and Thursday with Rena and Romy are available still. So
We're unlimited.
Unlimited. Bring them.
Come on.
Let's make it happen. No, but so please, if you haven't, do sign up and attend. It'll be a good time. And then we also have the board retreat coming up on June 2nd. That's Friday night for the board of directors, and then it's Saturday morning, June 3rd for committee chairs. So I'll be sending out an email directly for those. Not a sign-up genius. And one more thing, I sent out a sign-up genius last night for the Oyster Fest. So please do sign up to get a pour shift in there. That's one of the more fun events that we do. It's really fast and social, and you all been to the Oyster Festival, so it's going to be a really good time. So let me know if you have any questions about that as well.
Great. Thank you, Dustin. And another thing that has changed is that we're not going to do the Kids, Krebs, and Rotary this year. For our weekend, it was already taken. And so George was working on trying to find an alternative, and we couldn't come up with anything that was workable. So we are going to put it as a priority next year to make sure that we make it happen next year, but it's not going to be happening this year. So just so we know. So that gives you an extra time to go to the Oyster Festival and support in that way, because that is what we're going to substitute in there. So that's that. And then the Steve Broadhead Golf Tournament. We are up to 3 teams now. And yes. So there's still, we can always form a 4th. There's still time. If, even if you're only one person you want to golf, we can find 3 other people for you. So, hey! There she is! How's that?
Way to walk in late,
We love it when people come in late.
Well, you guys, I would just want to say that that award really goes to everybody here, because as assistant governor, I've had the 3 Eureka clubs and the 2 Arcata clubs, and I've just been able to share all the wonderful things that we've done here to help make their clubs better. So it comes to all of you, and I just wanted to share. This is how the award came. This was something that District Governor Wolf created from Wine Slab, and it says Rotary End of the Year, and it's some votive candles. It's really cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
So it's to all of you.
Well, thank you, Lori. We all appreciate all that you do continuously, all the time.
I'll have it at my house for
Okay, so today for our meeting we have a lot of variety. And one of those things is we're going to be doing a memory service and a memorial for people who have given their lives for our country, people who have been engaged in conflict, wars, and really sacrificed so much for us. And so we're going to be talking a bit about that. And specifically we're going to be thinking about Kevin and all that he's given. So I'm not the one to do the talking. I don't know how Charlie does it. So anyway, Tom. Just push this. No, you can just click it on. Or I can click it on for you.
Sure. Good morning, Arcata. Let's see, Memorial Day's almost upon us. And click away. Memorial Day's almost upon us, and there's a lot of celebrations in Arcata. We know of the big one that takes off from right here is Memorial Day celebration is kinetic sculpture race. And in some places it's parades and a lot of other things that we like to celebrate. But Memorial Day, for a lot of other people, is a day of remembrance. And I'm just going to give a brief outline about the history of Memorial Day. But it really is a thousands-year-old tradition. And for cultures all over the world, from Native American, Asian, European. But where it really came to be a formal holiday was after the Civil War. And as I was reading about everything, I've traveled through the South a lot, gone to lots of memorials, and I was doing a lot of reading about Memorial Day, and it was really about, 600,000 people died. 600,000. And I really thought about that. I thought about the armies. I looked on the map, and I was kind of reacquainting myself with how small of a land area that covered for all the battles. I've been to Gettysburg and Manassas and to Sharpsville and to some of these other places. And then I read some of the things that were going on. It really devastated the country. I mean, you can only imagine, because it was not just an us and them. It really came down to, it was all about us. Just people just being brutal to each other. And the country, as we got together, they started in small towns. Small towns like Arcata started having little celebrations, and they would go to these memorial sites. They would go to battle sites like Gettysburg, and they would start to lay flowers, wreaths, and all these different celebrations. Some of them were very old, and they tied in with what was going on before their families, ancient rituals. In the North, it wasn't called Memorial Day, it was called Remembrance Day. And in the South, it was called Decoration Day. And there were other names, there were Memorial Days. And there's a lot of dispute over who's the first. And I don't know why it's so important to be the first, but to some people it really is. And so it started in little towns like Columbus, Georgia, and little towns, another Columbus, Mississippi, and Charleston, South Carolina. But the actual first celebration was, I want to say Cooperstown, New York, Waterloo, New York. And it was around 1868, and they started having formal celebrations, and the annual celebration, and the Memorial Day parades. But it wasn't a national day. It was a springtime recognition. It was in the spring because of the flowers. But it was after World War I, when we came back from the war of all wars, the end of all wars, that we said, you know what, we should have a national day. So we took the day that the South and the North had, and we put it together, and we formally named it Memorial Day. That took place on May 30th. It remained on May 30th as the day, and people were involved, and Memorial Day was huge until it became a 3-day holiday. And in 1971, when Congress passed a number of days, they said, we'll have this as the 4th Friday or the last Friday of the month in May. But that changed Memorial Day, didn't it? Because Memorial Day is now what? Memorial Day is the kickoff to summer. Memorial Day is time for barbecues and time for parties. It's the end of school. So there's a lot to celebrate. But for those that were in the service and those that were part of something bigger, Memorial Day is not always about the 3-day celebration. And there's been a movement it started with Senator Inouye. Remember, he died a few years back. But he's the one who really said, hey, wait a minute, we're forgetting what this day is really about. And so there's people such as the American Legion, the VFW, and a lot of us that say, you know what, we should really go back to just being simple May 30th. People still honor that, and the flags, the cemeteries, one of them was in Boston. Each flag denotes one person that died. This is the history. And I think the next slide, that's Boston. I was there in the Boston Commons. Those are the people that have died just from Boston alone. That goes over the hill. We tried to do something like that in Arcata, but there's no real records. And what we want to do is just to have a list of fallen soldiers, but it's not available to us. So the Memorial Day celebration is on, at the Remembrance is on on Monday, the 29th, at 3 o'clock is when there's a national kind of a moment of silence. And if you're anywhere and you just happen to remember, even if you're in the car at a stoplight and you just happen to know it's 3 o'clock, maybe just say thanks. And then the celebration is also, what is the ceremony? The ceremony is simple. The ceremony is a flag that you raise to full mast at sunrise, first thing in the morning. It could be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever. It goes to full mast and it's brought down to half mast. But it doesn't remain there all day. The flag goes back at 12 o'clock, and it's really the recognition. It's back to full flag, but it's the acknowledgement of the people that have fallen. And so I guess there's a little poem. I put a piece of paper out here. There's an image with that'll show poppies. This little piece of paper is a poem. It's actually quite famous. It was written during World War I. It's about poppies. And poppies have become the symbol of remembrance all across the world. Whether it's the French resistance, it's in Korea, and people have adopted the poppy as the symbol of World War I. And so with that, I'd say thank you. And so we're going to have Charlie come up here. Now Charlie is for the fallen soldiers. We have there's what they call the Gold Star moms. And the Gold Star, we'll talk about the Gold Star in another function. But the Gold Star is a flag that you'll see that people hang in their windows, and they'll have a number for each soldier that is serving. And then there's the Gold Star of the soldiers that have fallen. And in our Rotary, we have a Gold Star mom, and that's Charlie Jordan. And I'd like to say thanks.
Okay, I didn't expect to be so emotional, but you guys, some of you know Kevin, some of you just know of Kevin. He was my oldest, and he served as a U.S. Navy SEAL and was killed in action in Afghanistan in 2012. He was highly decorated. He was leading his element of men, and they were ambushed from above. He stepped out from a cover and radioed in their coordinates so that they could get help, and he was the only casualty. He was a corpsman. This was his second deployment. During his first deployment, he received the highest honor you could for the campaign, and I don't know that much about military symbolism, but the general of the campaign during his first deployment in Afghanistan literally sought him out and gave him a medal for his bravery in saving the number of lives that he did under fire. During that deployment, he and his team would go every 3 months to a different village, forward base is what they call them. Kevin would set up, as a corpsman, he would set up a clinic, and he would provide medical care. And many times, the first time these people in their lives had ever received any kind of medical care to the villagers. And that was really his focus in doing what he did. So when we lost Kevin, it was unexpected. He had just called to say that he was on his way home. And he had been accepted to ODU in Virginia and was going to complete becoming a doctor. So his loss is felt by a lot of people, and I think the world in general. I love that photo. That photo of Kev is pretty representative of those of you that have had a chance to meet him, and it was really rare. One of the things that was really tough for him was to give care to the children, especially the females, because of the culture there, not just the language barrier, but he says, I don't know how I'm supposed to treat, women without looking at them. And they had to have their father or their husband, whatever. But this here shows, because of that culture, it shows the trust that they gave for him to be allowed to be with this female child. And obviously this little girl was really enthralled with the fact that he had this little kitten. And a number of times we've heard Kevin was just this quiet person, and one of his friends called him a gentle soul that was tough as nails. And that was very much Kevin. What else do we have up there? We have a couple of memorial events. There was these are his teammates, and they put together Climb to the Fallen, and we did Kevin's climb, and for a couple of years, do we have the run? Yeah. So for the first couple of years, the memorial run that HealthSport sponsors here in the park, those funds benefited the Climb for the Fallen. This year, the run is going to benefit the Navy SEAL Foundation. The Navy SEAL Foundation is a very special foundation. It's there to serve the special operations community. It's a small community. Real brief. Navy SEALs came out of the World War II. Frogmen became UDT, which is Underwater Demolition Team, and then in the 60s, late 60s, they became the Navy SEALs. That's the history. In that entire history through today, there's less than 10,000 men that can claim the title of Navy SEAL. It's a very elite group. The Navy SEAL Foundation serves that community with counseling, with finances if there's a specific hardship for travel and the like. They take care of the Gold Star parents, the Gold Star spouses, the Gold Star siblings, and they do an amazing job. There's the cost of war isn't just the loss that we have, it really ripples through the generations when you lose somebody in your family like that. And then the other event, the other event, I'm going to attempt to play a quick video, is Kevin, it's a memorial event similar to like a Go Ruck, but with the flavor of, I think we got So it's like a it's like a Tough Mudder with the flavor of the Navy SEALs, and it's only open to 100 participants. The last couple of years, we've done it, and the proceeds go to Kevin's Memorial Fund. This year, what we decided to do was use this year as a planning year, and we're doing Kevin's camp out at Patrick's Point. And again, I need to the slide part. Let me see. It basically is it's a day and a half event where, like I said, we're limited to 100 people. And we set them up in teams, and each team is led by either a current or a former special operations individual, whether they're SEAL or Ranger. And they take them through, and I don't know if you guys have seen some of the promos for Navy SEALs, but they do log carries, they do, they lift the boats, and Wing has always been wonderful about providing the inflatables for us to use. They obviously do a lot, well, it's maybe not obvious, they do a lot of hiking and PT and whatnot, and it really creates a team environment. And the last year in particular was significant because the first woman ever to deploy with a Navy SEAL team was a photographer, Boo Keller. She deployed with Team 4 during the deployment where Kevin was killed. And she participated, and she came back and said that event restructured or just reset for me the experience, and it's allowed me to get some help for my PTSD. Another one of the former teammates said, I got out because we lost Kevin, and if we could lose Kevin, then it became really clear to me that my priorities needed to shift, where I could, do what I'm going to. He went back to school, actually. These are very highly intelligent individuals. He is graduating this year from Wharton and pursuing a career in medicine as well, and helping folks. And for him, it also helped him reframe some of his experiences so that he could get help for some traumatic brain injury. And because of that, and there are some other stories, and we've decided that we are creating the Kevin Ebbert Foundation. So this year's a planning year for that. That's why we're doing a Kevin Camp Out instead of an event. The proceeds will still go to Kevin's Memorial Fund. And let me just put your slideshow back up. Just pull this. With the idea that, we will be providing those funds, will provide help. Sorry. We'll be providing help for those that like music and want to do that, as well as medicine. And those are Kevin's two loves in life, and as well as continue to help our veterans that need help with such things as PTSD or the traumatic brain injury. Some of the other things. So that's where it lives now. That's where his fund lives now, and that's what we're doing. That's the second memorial event that we are doing. What's that? The run. We did the run.
Yeah,
we did the run. Yeah. So yes, and we love the kinetic sculpture race. Kevin was, I believe, 12 years old when he paddled the Sunny Gray machine across the bay, and people thought I was nuts that I was allowing my son to do that.
What do they know?
What do they know?
Charlie, we have something from the Rotary for you, and it's beautiful. I think you're going to like this. It's a gold star like this.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. This is awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. This is
Okay. So wonderful.
Are there other veterans in our fund?
I'm sorry.
That's a
Yeah.
great question.
Yeah.
Can we have all the veterans stand up?
Yes.
Tom, he's already standing.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
service.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you think about who we are. We're all here being able to talk about it, and it's because of our veterans that we are able to do what we do. So appreciate that every day, and especially after being close to someone who has been in the service in that way. Kevin was my son-in-law, and it's changed me. And like Charlie said, the ripples that go out, you know, I'm much more aware and much more supportive, and just as a person, I'm working to be a better person because of that. And so there's so many things positive about what you all do. So with that, speaking of giving, we are now on to our final Friday. And I think I can get there. Final Friday, and that's going to shift the mood a bit, but Terry's very good at shifting moods. And I think Bob's going to help.
Okay. You know, on the stage they say you don't want to, you know, perform with children and animals, and this is way worse, having to follow that. Thank you for your service. My father was in the Navy for 34 years. He saw action in China, Korea, and Vietnam. And those were different war times because there was no internet, there was no Skype, there were no cell phones. In fact, we didn't want to get a phone call because the only way we would have gotten a phone call was with the worst news possible. So, Memorial Day is special to me too. Okay, I would like Michael Boring, Karen Bergeser, John Gullum, Bob Johnson, Randy Mendoza, and Brian Reeser to come up, please. Don't be frightened. Don't be frightened. Usually people are anxious to come and see me. I'm sort of feeling. I don't know. You're scared. I'm scared. Okay. We made a pledge. We made a pledge at the beginning of the year that anybody who cumulatively donated $100 to the Rotary Foundation would get a special kid, because this is the 100th anniversary of the Rotary Foundation, whose motto is doing good in the world. And I always say we help people in places we may never visit, we help people we may never meet, but we help them nonetheless. And so these people have made their total of $100 contribution this year, and I'd like to give them this with our thanks. Thank you very much, and let's give them a round of applause. And as you know, it is our custom to honor some people with Paul Harris Fellows, and the people we always honor are our youth ambassadors. So if Isabella would come up, please. So we have named you a Paul Harris Fellow.
Thank you, guys.
And, you know, the important part, not just the honor, but the jewelry, because that's good. You can put that on your jacket, and Rotarians all over the world will know what that means. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think you wanted to make an announcement?
You want to say a little bit about district conference?
Yeah. I went to the district conference with Judy and a few others this weekend. It was really fun. We were actually told that we were going to do a cleanup day on Saturday, but instead we went to the Reno Water Festival. There was a lot of music, and we also got to go to a car museum and see really old cars. So that was really fun. And on top of that, just bonding with all of the other youth exchange was really awesome. And it was sad that was the last time we were going to get to see a lot of people, but it was really fun, and I'm really glad that I could go. So.
Great. Thank you.
Okay,
You ready to roll?
now this is not Final Friday, but it is our final Friday. It's not the final Friday, but it is our final Friday because we'll all be at Firesides next week. And Bob, our once and future auctioneer, is here to help. And this first one is from Brian, I believe. Yeah.
It's a kid. Who likes wine? Who likes booze? Raise your hand.
So do you want to keep the list?
Okay, this is a kit, Brian, right?
Yes,
Manhattan?
Yep.
It's got the recipe. It's got a fifth of Knob Creek in there, and all the other parts you need to make this.
Including the glasses in which to put them.
Or keep it in your desk drawer down low. That'd be damn work on Friday. All right, we're gonna open this auction up. All right, you guys all know this is the final Friday of the year, right? This is your last chance to give money and get something back for it. So, do I have a $100 opening bid? Is there $100 out there? Is there 50? $50. I have 50. I have 60. I have 70. Did you raise your own bid, or was that just a scratch?
No, I think I'm at 70. Am I at
You're at 70. Is there 80 out there? Is there 80? I have $70. I have $80. Is there 90?
100.
You're 90. You're 100. $100. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Dick Johnson. Thank you.
Okay, so, I had pretty much all year to think about what I was going to make, and this was it. So what you do is you put a bottle of hard alcohol on the top, and then you turn the spigot. But unfortunately, as Romy said, this is tacky. I put the polyurethane on last night, and it is tacky. So,
More ways than you know.
oh no, I do. In all realms. Thanks, Bob.
Oh my God, it's not tacky. It's almost still wet.
So anyway, I will finish this and bring it on June 2nd.
All right.
What is it?
Tell us what it is.
Oh, basically it's a hard alcohol dispenser. So you put your bottle of hard alcohol on top, upside down, and then...
Dick, can you show us?
Yeah. No. It's like no.
So anyway, I'll just walk it around.
All right, cool. Well, that is a work of art in itself. Jeff, you can't put that many coats on that fast. Trust me on that one. Okay.
Yes, I do.
This is a piece of art. This shall go down in history as something very special. Oh, you keep it out there. Get it out there.
Okay.
Is there a $100 bid? Do I have $100? How about $50?
This will come with alcohol of your choice.
I have $50. Is there 60? I have 60. Is there 70? $60. $60. I have $70. Is there 80? I have 80. I have $80. I have $80 going once. $80. Any $90 bid out there? $80 going twice. $80 sold to Ian.
Oh.
Jeff. I'm surprised you can even set it down after holding it that long.
You want to tell us about this? This is from Tom.
That's a 3-liter bottle of Italian wine.
All right.
I guess I would start the bid at $75.
Is there a $100 bid out there? Is there a $100 bid for the Italian? I have $100. Is there $120? Is there 120? How about 110? We'll go to 110. I have 110. Is there 120? I have 120. Is there 130? $130. I have $120 bid. $120. $120. Going once. Going twice. Going to our Rotarian of the Year, District 5130.
I'm going to add an extra $100 on there because one of the things I got to announce at district conference is Megan just became a Rotarian.
Oh. Club number 2.
She is, oh, and I'm gonna send you guys all the link. She is in the E-Club of Silicon Valley. If you've ever wanted to see what an E-Club is, yeah, our millennials at 22 joining. It's fascinating. They have a whole program. You sit for an hour and watch your computer. They have happy hour where you bring your own beverage and one-on-one get to know somebody. It's really fascinating.
Rotary and beverages, it's a marriage thing. And I predict Megan will be, I don't know, do E-Clubs have presidents? I presume that, I think inside 2 years, she'll be president of the club. And then can district governor of 5170 be far behind, is what I'm saying. Okay, so if you don't want to drink at home or cook at home, we have a $50 gift certificate that is good for Plaza Grill, a Rootsy, or Moonstone Grill, donated by Deb.
Thanks, Deb. Okay, do we have a $100 bid? Romy? I just saw that. Hang on. All right, is there a $50 bid? 50-50. I have $50. I have $60. Is there $70? I have $60. $60 for, I have, what do I have? $70? $70. 61. I have $70. Is there $80? You can use it tonight. In fact, I don't know. Yeah, you'd have to wait till tonight. They're not open right now. Can you put it on your account? Can you make no.
A Brucey might.
$70. Yeah. No. Well, I'm not sure. $70. Is there $80? I have $70. $70 going once, going twice. Sold the product right back there. Oh, John, I'm sorry. You're right.
Okay, Michael, do you want to talk about this?
Okay.
Even though you wrote it very nicely.
What this is the Center Activities has a twilight paddle on Fridays once a month. And this is a package of paddling for 4. They have warm gear, guides.
Do you want to mention it's a kayak so people aren't...
Yeah, kayaks. You know, you can go in singles, doubles, whatever. Anyway, and it's for June 9th. And actually, it could be extended, I believe. I acquired this at an auction. I was never able to use it. And I thought, well, this would be nice for someone. It's an hour long. You can like paddle and then go to dinner. It's $180 value.
Michael, it's it's Wednesday. I was just trying to check. But it says June 7th on here.
It's actually Friday the 9th.
Okay. All right.
I wrote that late last night after I'd been, drinking a lot, trying to think of something I could make.
Yes, Friday is the 9th. Friday is the 9th.
So,
okay, so paddle on the bay. So they must leave from the aquatic center?
They do?
Yeah, you call them by that Wednesday to say we're coming.
Uh-huh.
And then it's all there.
And they provide the boat,
They
the paddle,
everything.
all the stuff.
Okay, anybody want to go paddling? Probably be a nice moonlit, what time, I'm sorry?
It's their twilight cruise.
So whenever that is, okay. Dinner after that. Okay, is there a $100 bid out there? $100? $100 bid. Is there 50? Is there a $50 bid? I have 50. Is there a $60 bid? $60? 4 people paddling on the bay? $60? I have 60. I have 100. Is there 110? Is there 110? Is there 110? I have $100. $100 going once, going twice. Sold to Nick.
This is how you win.
Yeah, you notice how the whole thing stopped right after that. Boom.
Okay, so we're down to the last 6 bottles of wine.
Who likes wine? Who likes wine?
And this is from Ashley, who couldn't be here today. Thank you, Nick, for being transport. Enjoy 2 amazing bottles of wine from one of my favorite wineries, one white and one red. It's a Sauvignon Blanc and a Coro from Parducci.
All right.
Ukiah.
Parducci. All right, we have a $100 opening bid. How about $50? Come on, you guys are doing so good. I have 50, I have 60, I have 70. I have 70 with Craig, $70. Is there $80? Is there $80 bid out there? $70, I have $80. Nick, $80. $80, is there 90? $90, $80. I have $90.
100.
I have 100. Cam watched me learn. He's like,
So for that camper.
okay, I have a $100 bid.
You did for that camper.
Don't let him get away with this. Don't let him do it. Come on. I have $100. $100. Going once. Going twice. I have $120. I have $120. Is there 130? Is there 130? All right, there we go.
It works
I'll
just
do it
fine
for
to sell
120.
stuff twice. He's doing 120, you're 120. I like that.
No, he's doing 100. I'm doing
No, he said
120.
120.
No, I'll match you.
He wants
Oh,
to
cool.
match you.
Cam, that's cool. All right, and that way TC gets to check my name off, and I get to sleep.
So this is also from Tom. You want to tell us about this?
That's Castel de Amoroso. That's the castle that's in Napa Valley. I don't know if you've been up there. I think it's some nice wines. And it's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. All right, another bottle of wine. Is there a $100 opening bid? $100. $50. How about $50? I have 50. I have 60. I have 60. Is there $70 out there? $60 bid. I have 70. Is there 80? I have 80. Is there 90? Someone off stage. I have $80. Is there 90? It's a nice one. Remember, it's a nice one. $80. I have $90. I have $90. Is there $100 bid? I have $100 bid. $100. I have 120. I have 120. Is there anything more than 120? I have 120. Is there 130? 120. Going once. Going twice. Sold to our president. Off stage in the wings. Susan.
They can go separately or together. These are donated by you.
All right.
No, they were not. They were left over from.
We're recycling
from the
fundraiser.
Oh, nice. So they have sentimental value.
They do.
There's a Chard, there is a Sauvignon Blanc, there's a Zin, and a Cab. Boy, you just round out the whole wine library that you have. So, 4 bottles of wine, we're going to do it all together, and a plate of biscuits. Oh, man. Breakfast. There. This is it, too. This is the last item on the last final Friday.
Yes, the last Friday this year.
You guys hear that? Okay. Is there a $100 opening bid?
We're selling them all together.
We are. We're doing it all at once. $100.
It's a packet.
Hey, it's a packet. Is there a $100
Fill up
bid?
your
I have
volume.
$100. Is there 120? Is there a $120 bid? 120. I have 120 from Craig. Is there 140? $140. 140. 140. How about 130? 130. No bids. 120 is going once, going twice. Sold to Craig Newman. Thank you very much. All right. You know, I'd just like to add, just to change it back. Did you get that?
No, I didn't.
You know, I think it's really cool to be able to drive to Arcata and see the sign for Kevin. And so, you know, I get to.
You know they count the crap.
I drive back and forth
I wanted
to
to flag it.
Arcata all the time, and I get to see that sign, and I think it's really cool to think about Kevin, and also to think about Charlie. And I'd also like to add, Tom, I love the things you're interested in, and I appreciate the way you bring them to our club. So I would like to give you.
I was signaling for a slider, so I was,
Oh, okay.
no, 1,050.
Nice, thank you very much.
Yeah.
1,050. So that goes to the, and that matches Steve's number. I love that. So there are some people in the club who have not yet taken the opportunity to donate any cash to the Rotary Foundation. One of the signals of a good club is that everybody in the club donate at least $25. And those of you who have not yet had that opportunity, you'll be getting a letter from me in the next couple of weeks. And I will put a self-addressed stamped envelope in it to make it really easy. I'm not going to call anybody out. But I hope that you will really consider that, because $25 is some drops of polio. There are still 3 countries left. And it's just a good thing to do. And you'll be happy. And we'll all be happy.
And the letter is just a way of letting you know that she knows where you live.
You know, along those lines, I do have the roster, and it's amazing to me how many people have P.O. boxes. So I don't actually know where your generosity. You're a great club, and everything you do is really creative. And I would love to see the finished product, the untacky finished product. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. She has done a fantastic job this year. And Lori, I noticed there's someone sitting next to you. Do you know that person?
You've been here to visit before,
snuck
right?
in.
Yeah. We didn't give her a standing ovation.
Snuck in Darren Engel from Tiburon, 5150, the Tiburon Sunset Club.
All right, welcome. Okay, so with that, we have the raffle. All right.
So we got tickets over here. Who's that Rotarian of the year gonna put down? She's gonna have friends in this club. You do classes like I do? Last numbers.
Yes. 905.
905.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Where's that bag?
Wait a minute.
No, it's Cam.
You pull out another one. How much is fully completion for? $20? $40.
Or fiver.
The next one is 934.
Oh.
All right. AJ.
He's reaching. Uh-oh. He's got the $5, but I think we put $1 on the table.
One last word before we go. The world has plenty of dreamers, but it's the doers that shape the planet. Thanks to all of you for being doers, and with that, we are done.
All right.